Do you know how amazing your shoulders are? Your shoulder joint is an amazing joint. It moves in 7 different ways. There are 17 muscles that move your shoulder, but you may be one of thousands of people that might not be feeling the love for your amazing shoulder joint. If one of your shoulders is giving you problems when you are pouring your morning coffee or trying to style your hair or opening and closing your car door, you might not be feeling the love for this amazing joint. And guess what? You're not alone, because shoulder pain is on the rise. I was recently looking through videos on my computer, old videos, and was reminded of one of my shoulder patients that was part of the inspiration behind Uplyft Fitness. So, and I want to share her story with you. We'll call her Tina. Tina came to me after she hurt her shoulder at work, and it had been 9 months since she had hurt her shoulder. When she walked into her session with me, it was obvious to see she was frustrated, she was angry, she was in pain. She had a scowl on her face, and it took a ton of energy, a ton of work for her to just give me a little bit of a smile as I greeted her to her session. Tina went on to tell me that she, like I said, had hurt her shoulder about 9 months before we started working together. She had been to MRIs, she had been to doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, got injections, and nothing had really seemed to help. So she was getting frustrated, and she was worried she was going to lose her job because she had been missing a lot of work to go to all of these appointments. So I was feeling pretty optimistic that I could help Tina. We talked about it a little bit more, and I had this optimistic attitude, and I can tell that she was probably thinking, I don't know how this happy little blonde chick is going to help me with my shoulder. But she was willing to try. She was motivated to try. By the time we got done with our first session, we had gone over some pretty basic shoulder things, nothing too complex, and she assured me that she would repeat those exercises between now and our next appointment. I sent her home with a piece of paper with the exercises drawn on there, and I filled in how often to do it and all that good stuff. So when she came back for her next appointment and she walked into her appointment, I could see on her face that she was in pain again, and she was frustrated. Now I was fearful. Like, oh no, what did I do? I gave her too much. So we talked a little bit, and she said, you know what, Lori, I tried to do the exercises. I tried to follow along, but it just didn't feel the same as when we did it here. I felt good when I left here last time. I wasn't in more pain, and when I was doing them at home, I didn't feel the same. And I commended Tina on being in tune with her body and not forcing herself to do it. I said, that is so important, but let's go over the exercises again and see if we can figure out what you were doing different. So we went over the exercises, made a couple tweaks, reminded her of a couple things we went over, and now all of a sudden the exercises weren't as uncomfortable as they had been when she was trying to do them at home. So she was so excited. I said, okay, let's try this. Let's take my phone and take a video of you doing the exercises. You'll hear me kind of coaching and cueing you in the background, and then I'll email it to you, and then you can watch that video when you're trying to do the exercises at home. So that's exactly what we did. It worked out great. She was able to email me feedback, let me know how it went, and eventually we started spacing out her appointments more and more so she didn't have to miss so much work. And I was able to kind of progress her using video, giving her just a couple other exercises to do in between our appointments. So over time, Tina's shoulder got better, and she actually got to a point where she was able to do a total workout on her upper body, and it was awesome. And she wasn't missing appointments or missing work anymore. So this is part of the inspiration behind Uplyft Fitness. I love working with my clients on an individual basis, and not having to be in the same place to progress you and work with you. So a lot of what Uplyft Fitness does is online. And if you want to learn more about it, definitely visit our website. You can even get free exercise and workout ideas on our YouTube channel, and be sure to follow us on Facebook. Now, if you're one of the people that actually is having shoulder pain right now, I do have a free shoulder course available. It is a 4-video series, but you have to give me your email address because I'm going to email it to you. So you got to give me your real email address because I'm really going to email you. The name of the course is called It's Not Your Rotator Cup, because I want you to stop calling your shoulder problem your rotator cuff problem. Okay, it's called your rotator cuff. So you already learned something. All right, thank you. And if you don't have shoulder pain, but you know somebody else that does, please forward them the information.